Morning, everyone. Welcome to episode number 8 of Ghost Armor. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving Day long weekend. Today's episode is going to start off with a question, and I'm going to give you a couple options. Option number 1, I give you $1 million. Would you take it? Crisp, clean bills. It could even be USD. Or I give you the option of running with a penny. But here's the thing. That penny doubles exponentially to the power of 2 over 31 days. Would you take the $1 million now and here? Or would you take the result of the penny after 31 days? This episode is called The Penny. And why I wanted to run with this is because I think here in Western society, we miss out on the value of starting with something small. Being excited about the beginning, being excited about Mondays. In the pilot episode, I mentioned on how one can be excited about a Monday. It's just a tweak of perspective. I personally enjoy Mondays. It's my most favorite day of the week because I look at it as a penny. Because on Wednesday, I could have a nickel. On Friday, a quarter. 2 weeks from then, maybe $1. It's the penny that doubles for me. It's the perception that I take. We're going to go with a couple examples. One with the Beatles. We all know them today. I was born in 1984, never seen them play, but I know of them. They were one of the greatest bands ever formed. They actually began their journey with a penny. They were invited out to Hamburg, a pub in Hamburg, England, I believe. And there was nothing really special about this place, but they invited them out and gave them an opportunity to play. And they would end up playing every day, sometimes for hours and hours on end. And they would continue this trend. And they weren't very good at the start. But as they continued to get invited out and more people got wind of them, and as they continued to have the opportunity to work their craft, to work their penny, that penny doubled and went from a quarter to $1 to $1.50. And after hours and hours, and sometimes, I think even after a couple gigs, they spent 90 hours, about 60, 35 hours-ish, maybe 45 hours on a gig. They worked their craft, they grew their penny. In 1964, they came to America, known as the Beatles. But they weren't born the Beatles. They were made and crafted, and they worked their penny into the Beatles. Bill Gates, we know him as the creator and founder of Microsoft. He actually got into the computer game probably 8th grade, I believe it was. And at that time, that program didn't have the money it needed, so his moms and his local high school got together and they funded this computer program. Then he got involved in that. And from there, when that program ran out of money, he got involved into a program out of the University of Washington. He would spend hours programming with him and his buddy, sometimes not getting home late or just sleeping there in the lab. After that little program ran out of money, because this was in the 60s, so there wasn't a whole lot going on there with computers. It wasn't what it is today. There was a private outfit in Washington State that got a hold of a couple guys who knew how to work the computer systems that they needed, and they hired Bill Gates and his friend. From there, more hours on the computer, more hours, more pennies being compounded over time. And as a result of that, learned how to become a computer programmer, went to Harvard, dropped out, began to put time and effort building his own dream, fighting for his last name, and then he went and founded Microsoft. Billionaire, but he started out with a penny. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to be excited about the penny. You need to be excited about starting out with something small. The first day of work, the first day of class, your white belt, your first promotion, your first year of university. Be excited about these things. Your first time stepping into a gym. But here's the kicker. Most often, when you begin to work your penny, these moments in time, these acts seem to be insignificant. They're invisible. You don't see the results for quite some time. And most people in society, 95%, get frustrated because their penny isn't growing fast enough. But I tell you, stay on the path. Work your penny. Be excited about your pennies because they will double and they will grow and they will become the Beatles, Microsoft. So what's your penny? Getting back to your question, to my question to you, did you run with the million? The now and here? You're $1 million richer. or did you wait for the million for the penny that doubles? After 31 days, that penny is worth $10.7 million. $10.7 million. If you chose the million, which most people do, 95% again would have chose the million. You'd have missed out on the 9.7. Don't miss out. Be excited about your penny. Work your penny. Go after it and get it. Day in and day out. Be consistent. The results will come in time. Growth and effort, my friend. Be persistent. Anyways, that's episode number 8, called The Penny. Hope you guys enjoy. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.